Let's get them, boys. Time to put these fuckers...
Power restored. Rogue agent deceased.
Hey, what is up everyone? The LDB is back at it again, coming at you today with my striker build for TU9. Now this build really does shine in the more difficult content since the NPCs are a bit more bullet spongy and therefore you are able to build up your stacks a little bit easier. And when you do, with the couple of talents that I've chosen for today, it gets even better. So I hope you all enjoy and find this video helpful. If you do, please do me a huge favor and smash that like button, subscribe for future Division content, as well as feel free to drop a comment down below. So let's get into this. Alright everyone, so first things first, I'm going to be using the sharpshooter specialization for this build simply because of one specific talent on the entire tree, and that is My Home is My Castle. Extra armor gained while in cover. So as soon as you get into cover, you get an armor buff. It's not a lot, it's just a little bit, but it's just enough. And if you take a little bit of damage, you can get out and then back into cover, proccing this again and again and again, as well as changing cover, pushing forward or falling back. As soon as you get back into cover, you get some extra armor, and when I show you my chest piece, this will all make sense on why I'm emphasizing this talent so much and think that it is very crucial for the build. So other than that, up top here, I'm going to be getting a little bit of extra stability just for my secondary, essentially, my eagle bearer that does move around a little bit, and with a gear set that requires accuracy and stability, to be, laser beam as much as possible, get those stacks up, this will definitely help you out a lot. So other than that, let's get into the good stuff. Alright everyone, and here it is. So as you can see over on the left, let's take a look at these core attributes. We have 6 reds, 0 blue, and 0 yellow. And the minor attributes, we have 11 reds, 0 blue, and 0 yellow. So we are definitely going all reds on reds on reds with this build, and I have been loving it. Now as far as the armor goes, we're talking 726,000 on the dot, and that is because I pushed my watch level up a little bit and I finally got that extra 10% total armor, and that's been helping out a lot for sure. As far as the health goes, we're talking 279, nothing special. And as far as the skills go, I'm using a reviver hive just in case I go down, as well as a fixer drone just to keep some kind of incoming healing going on me. It's not a whole lot, nothing special at all, but it's something, right? And with a DPS build like this with no blues at all, any kind of incoming healing is definitely going to help you out a lot. So other than that, let's get on to these weapons. Alright, so for my primary weapon, I'm going to be using a Glory Daze. This one right here is hitting for 103.4k per bullet base damage. We have 863 RPM with 50 in the mag. Now, as far as the attributes go, as you can see, I got very lucky with this weapon. Everything is maxed out, and I have been loving it. Now, as far as the talent goes, this is really what makes the weapon. Perfect nearsighted. Receive 100% stability at the cost of minus 35% optimal range. Now, the extra stability that we are going to be getting from the sharpshooter does stack on top of this extra 100% that we get on the weapon itself, although I think the return is very minimal. Again, more so using the stability for my secondary, the Eagle Bearer. But my point being is, this weapon is an absolute laser beam. If you have a stationary target, if somebody throws a foam grenade like I showed in gameplay, if someone gets flashed, blind, anything like that, all you have to do, aim down sights, pull the trigger, and you don't even have to touch the joysticks. Just pull the trigger, and you are going to land every single shot. Look, Ma, no thumbs. No thumbs. That's just crazy. That's just insane. Laser beam. Freaking laser beam. No thumbs. Let's try headshots. Let's try headshots. Laser beam. Laser beam. Look at that. Gotta love that right there. It's kind of freaking crazy, and it's been working out awesome, especially with a set like this that you absolutely have to be a laser beam to get those stacks up, right? So as far as the mods go, we're talking the C79 scope, so I can zoom in a little bit if I need to, although I rarely do that. We get that 5% crit chance from it. Now we have the magazine that gives us that plus 20 rounds, as well as the laser pointer gives us 5 crit chance, and the muzzle that gives us another 5% crit chance. So that is the primary. Now let's go on to the secondary here. Alright, so for my secondary, I am going with the Eagle Bearer. I finally got this thing back, and I could not be happier. I waited patiently. I had the level 30 in my stash. We finally got the blueprints now to upgrade them. I did it a few times, and I finally got one with some pretty decent rolls. This one right here is hitting for 110.6k per bullet base damage. That's really nice, with 863 RPM with 60 in the mag. As far as the attributes go, we have 14 assault rifle damage, 19.5 health damage with 10% headshot damage, and that headshot damage actually works out to your benefit because of how the talents work on this weapon itself. As you can see, Eagle Strike accuracy increases as you continuously fire up to 30%. That's a good thing for, again, trying to laser beam those shots. Headshot kills grant the tenacity buff, so extra headshot damage, you're going to be able to get those headshot kills even easier, granting you tenacity for 15 seconds. The strength of tenacity is increased by 1% for body shots and 5% for headshots. Tenacity, down here at the bottom, 40 to 80% of the damage taken is delayed until the buff expires. All of the total delayed damage is reduced for each enemy you kill while the buff is active, up to 100% with 3 kills. So as long as you kill 3 people, any damage that you have incoming, it's negated. Gotta love that right there. I absolutely love this weapon. I'm so happy I got it back. I couldn't be happier. Now, as far as my sidearm here, again, nothing crazy. Backup boomstick, yeah, it's all maxed out. 1.4 million per bullet base damage, so you can definitely smack someone pretty hard with this thing, although it only has the 2 shots in it. But it's still been working nonetheless with that preservation. Killing an enemy repairs 10% armor. If you need to in a pinch, boom, boom, get some armor back, and hey, it is what it is, guys. So other than that, let's get on to these gear pieces. Alright, so let's start out with the mask. It is Striker. As you can see, we have the 4-piece active. The 2-piece gives us that 15% weapon handling. The 3-piece gives us that 15% rate of fire. Gotta love that. And the 4-piece gives us the talent Striker's Gamble. Weapon hits amplify total weapon damage by 0.5%, stacking up to 50 times. 1 stack is lost each second. 3 stacks are lost every time you miss. And that last part right there, the missing part, is what you need to be focused on. Again, that is why I chose the laser beam for my primary. Now, as far as the attributes go, we have 14.1% weapon damage. We have 6% maxed out crit chance on there with an 11.1% crit damage mod. So that is the mask. Let's get on to the chest piece. Alright, so for the chest piece, I am going with Fenris. I actually have the 2-piece active on this build, giving me that 10% assault rifle damage as well as 10% reload speed. And I put that on there simply because I keep getting caught up reloading. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. And as soon as I put that on there, my life got a little bit easier, so I've been sticking with it. I mean, hey, it's been working, right? Now, as far as the attributes go, we have 15% weapon damage maxed out. We have some headshot damage, crit chance, and a little bit more crit chance for the mod. And the talent is really what makes it. Intimidate. while you have bonus armor. Amplifies total weapon damage by 35% to enemies within 10 meters. So there are a few ways you can get bonus armor in this game, right? One is if a teammate has the tardigrade chest on, right? Two is if someone is running a Vanguard shield build, right? That's going to give you some extra armor. Three is if you have Bloodsucker on your backpack, which I do as well. And four is my personal favorite, the talent that I said on the sharpshooter tree, my home is my castle, where as soon as you get into cover, you get bonus armor. So therefore, that really comes into effect in those boss fights, things like that, in the heroic, legendary content, where you're not going to be proccing Bloodsucker all the time. Because the NPCs are so strong, right? And this is definitely a good way to proc this. Just basically putting the sharpshooter on, all you got to do, get in cover, and you get that extra 35% weapon damage. Now, at the same time, if you wanted to switch out Bloodsucker from your backpack, you could do so, but at the same time, then you are only relying on being in cover to proc Intimidate. So, to me, that's, it's a 50-50 shot. Play it how you want to. I'm just throwing it out there for you guys. So, let's get on to the holster. Alright, so for the holster, it is Striker. We have the attributes of 11.5% weapon damage. I really wish I could have maxed that out, but I really needed to put more crit chance on the build, and I don't even have a max crit roll for my holster yet. I don't know what is going on. I thought I had a max roll, but I'm stuck at 5.6%. Regardless, it has been working, and I'm not complaining at all. Now, as far as the knee pads go, they are also Striker again. These are a little bit better, as you can see. We have the max weapon damage with max crit chance. God rolled knee pads. I absolutely love these things, and I was really upset because if you signed on as soon as TU9 dropped, there was a glitch with the knee pads where they were gray, and I freaked out because I thought my God roll knee pads were gone, but then they fixed it and they came back, and I was extremely happy. Whew, talk about giving me a heart attack. But other than that, moving on to the gloves here, they are also Striker, and we have the attributes of weapon damage and just a little bit of crit chance. For some reason, I just can't get a decent pair of gloves with some crit chance on them, with at least a decent roll, right? And maxed out weapon damage. So it is what it is. It's been working out really nice. So let's get on to the backpack. Alright, so on to the final piece, the backpack. It is also Fenris. We have that core attribute, 15% weapon damage, as well as the attributes of crit chance, headshot damage, as well as another mod, 11.2 crit hit damage. But the talent, again, is what makes it. Bloodsucker. Killing an enemy adds and refreshes a stack of 10% bonus armor for 10 seconds. Max stack is 10. So in theory, you could get 100% extra bonus armor, but again, doing those heroic legendary missions, probably not going to happen. During a heroic mission, if you can get 4 or 5 stacks, you're doing pretty good. But at the same time, as long as you have that extra bonus armor, you are going to have Intimidate on the chest procced, and you're going to be doing all that extra damage. So it goes hand in hand with each other. I absolutely love it. So other than that, guys, that is the build in a whole. Let's go to the stat sheet for a quick breakdown. Alright everyone, so before we go ahead and sign off, let's just do a quick little recap breakdown here on the stat sheet. Now again, the weapon talents that I'm going with for my primary, perfect nearsighted. We have my secondary with tenacity, my sidearm with preservation, and we also get those 50 BMG rounds to play with. Gotta love that. Now as far as the weapon stats go, we're talking 103,000 per bullet, 56.7 crit hit chance. I really tried to break 60, but it is what it is. If I can get a couple better rolls, I can definitely break it, but I'm still satisfied with 56%. 49.7% crit hit damage, so essentially 50%. 69.7 headshot damage. Gotta love that right there. So if I smack them in the face, they definitely do not like that at all. Now as far as the armor damage, 6%. Health damage, 21% at 17 meter range. Not the best, but again, when we get all that stability with perfect nearsighted, you get that minus 35% optimal range. So it is what it is. Still been working, and I can still hit, targets at a distance. Not a big deal. Now as far as the reload time, 2.2 seconds. 4.3% reload speed. 9.2 accuracy with 124% stability. Look at that. I mean, I don't even know what to say about that. I'm pretty sure that after 100%, the return is very small, but at the same time, it still stacks, and I'm going to go with it. Hey, I mean, whatever, right? Now, as far as the swap speed, 4%. We have 15% weapon handling on there, a little bit of ammo capacity, nothing crazy. Now, as far as offense goes, it gets really nice right here. 91.6% all weapon damage bonus. Gotta love that. With 40% assault rifle damage bonus. Boom. I mean, those two numbers right there together equal NPCs dying. I mean, it is what it is. It's a great thing to have right here. Now, as far as the talents go, again, we're just going with Bloodsucker and Intimidate. And the brand set, 4-piece striker with a 2-piece Fenris. That's, I mean, real simple to go out and farm and get, not a big deal at all. Now, as far as the defense goes, we have 726,000 armor. Our max health, 279,000. A little bit of health regen, pulse resistance, a little bit of resistance here, hazard protection, nothing too crazy going on here. And as far as the skills go, we kind of already went over those, nothing too crazy. I am going with the Reviver Hive as well as the Fixer Drone. So that is about it, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you on the next one. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, my striker build for TU9. Like I said before, this build really does shine in the more difficult content. Take advantage of those bullet spongy NPCs, build up your stacks, and as long as you're in cover, that extra armor will proc due to the sharpshooter, and you know, you're always doing that extra damage. I hope you all enjoyed and found this video helpful. If you did, please do me a huge favor and smash that like button, subscribe for future Division content if you are new to the channel, and feel free to drop a comment down below. So until next time, guys, I hope you take it easy. I will see you then. Later.